Oh, whew. I thought I wasn't recording. Okay, never mind. Which, again, is the rotation as Euler angles in degrees. Honestly, not really sure what this line means. I've been trying to figure it out, but yeah, I know it's necessary for this rotation. Okay, we'll go on to take damage, the take damage method, which is pretty simple. Take damage, you have a parameter, float damage, where you're taking in damage, right? So when I step on lava, I take damage. Ignore the yos. The number going down is my health. I died. That means health is 0. And that's how you take damage. So we have an impromptu health bar in the console. And what it does, we're printing our current health every time we're taking damage. And we say current health minus equals damage. Pretty simple. If something does 5 damage, then it'll take 5 damage away from current health. And we kind of have a def method in here, or a def if statement. If the current health is less than or equal to 0, the game, or actually never mind. That's where controller was used. In game controller. It's when you die, game over is true, and we need to destroy this .gameObject, which calls whatever game object this script is attached to. So when you die, this turns true, and we destroy the game object. This is our water health, which first we needed to check if we are on water in order to kind of create the effect when you're not on water, you regain drowning health. So current water health minus equals damage is the same as take damage, taking water damage. This will say this is like an impromptu drowning health bar. So current water health is going down, and notice when I get off and get back on, it recharges. But when I hit 0, I die instantly. Okay, and again, when you hit 0 or less than 0 of your current water health, you instantly die. You take the full damage of your current health, which means it kills you. And after you take water damage on water, it turns into false because you're not on water anymore. Oh yeah, no, this is because every time it updates, we don't want to assume that we're always on water, or else we're not going to be able to replenish health. So we want to always assume that it's false. So set it to false every time this method's over. We always want to assume that we're not on water, and we only want to assume that we're on water when we're starting to take water damage. So this is the water HP replenish method. If basically if the current water health is less than 100, you're gonna add this tiny increment, because it updates so fast that this actually turns into a lot of water health. You want to add this to your current water health so you regain your air, your drowning bar. And that takes place on the grass tile. We'll get in that. So this method is called in the grass tile. And get damage was just to check your current health all the time. So that's our player class. Save that. we'll go to, let's see, this, ignore that, go to player mobility. So player mobility, we first get a game object of player and camera, set a max speed, so set the most, kind of the max speed is also kind of the normal speed, the speed you start off with. So we have methods, slow down, which slows the speed of max speed to a certain value, and normal speed basically just sets max speed back to its original value. So these two methods are used to, when you walk over water, you're slowed, and then when you're off water, you get normal speed, so you call slow down. And then when you're off water, when on water is true, you call normal speed. So that's the speed aspect of some tiles. And we have our movement. This is what allows us to move. 4 lines allows us to move. WASD, movement, up, down, left, right, side to side if you hold both down. And that is these 4 lines. So the first 2 lines manages the player's movement both vertically and horizontally, and the second 2 lines manages the camera's movement to mirror the player's movement, because we want the camera's movement to be the same as the player's movement in order to see our player. If we didn't have the camera follow the player would just walk out of view of the scene, walk out of view, right, and we wouldn't be able to see it. Okay, that is our player mobility class. Onto the, let's delete this, the grass class, which is just a tile class or a script. We want to have an instance of player in order to interact with player, because we're interacting with the player on the grass tiles, because every tile around water is grass, or land basically. So grass is our land tile, which notates that you're safe from drowning. So whenever you're safe from drowning, we want to replenish your drowning health. So what this does, it finds, well, first it checks if the game's over, and we want the game to keep going. So after we die, we don't want this to keep popping up. Then we check if it's overlapping, if the player is overlapping on this script, or whatever this script is attached to. In this case, it's a grass tile with a box collider that senses if something is on it. So if it senses that it's on it and the player is not on water, this is why we have the on water boolean, then we actually, I'm pretty sure we can just do this. This should be the same. Yeah. So because we already had that that instance up there. So what we do is we go into the player mobility script and call this method normal speed, and we also, so this makes us, hold on, this makes us return back to normal speed after we are slowed from the water. So slowed, normal speed, slowed, normal speed, slowed, normal speed. Okay. Then this replenishes our water HP, which was in our player class. So it allows us to gain our air back, or our drowning part back. That is the grass tile. This is ignore that script. Ignore this script. I'm gonna look at some of the last scripts, and we'll be almost done. Okay, so our lava script interacts with the lava tile, and what we do, we find an instance of the player. We check if the game is over. If it's not over and the player is overlapping with the lava tile, this was just to check if it was working, we take damage. And we take damage from the lava damage we set, which is 1F, which is a decent amount. It hurts you a lot. So we call the player class, use the method take damage from here, and we take damage. We also slow down with our specific water slow variable, which is 3F instead of 2F because lava should slow more than water, and this is attached to the lava prefab game object right there. And that's how you take damage and you're slowed from lava. So go on some lava. Here's water slow, just for comparison. Here's lava slow, it's a lot slower. And oh, we died. Okay. The lava script. Here is the last two scripts. Here's the water script. Which, yeah, I didn't show this yet. So, again, we check if the game's over and if the player's overlapping this. Then we print our water health because we need a way to tell how much, what our drowning health bar is at. We call the player script and use the take water damage to take, guess what, water damage. And this won't hurt us unless we take so much water damage that we drown and we instantly die. This again can be player. Okay. And it slows us after we take damage. And yeah, that's our tile class. Final script was the barrel script, and I was working on this at the end of the semester. I'll just tell you what I was going to use. I was going to have prefab game objects of different weapons, such as this sword. And what you would do, you would walk over to the barrel, and you would hit Q or a button and be able to randomly get a short sword, two-handed sword, and I was also going to implement a bow so you could fight other people, but I obviously did not get that far in the semester. So that is my project, or what I've been working on this whole semester. One of the reasons why it took so long was because I didn't figure out how to make this map or the game and board manager classes until what, 4 or 5 weeks in, because previously I tried 2 different what are they called, like tile editing softwares on Unity that were really complicated and did not have if any instructions at all, and that was kind of frustrating because I tried 2 different programs or softwares that I had, and I really got nowhere until I decided to just make board and game manager classes and do it myself instead of drawing maps. And this was kind of better too because I could randomly create different maps. So yeah, that is my project, and thanks for watching, guys.